Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today on another video, my 30-day video challenge. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about some more fermenting and introduce you to my mate Kombucha. So I have mentioned before about the amazing properties that fermenting has and the benefits that it has on your gut microbiome, which also benefits your health immensely. Everybody can benefit from doing some sort of fermentation, but definitely people that suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, autoimmune diseases, anything like the adrenal fatigue that I've suffered from, those sorts of things really greatly improve from improving your gut bacteria. But like I said, everybody benefits from it. So even if you're a relatively healthy person, you will still benefit from fermenting in some way, shape, or form. Or you can try and do everything like I try to do. So kombucha has a similar process to kefir, but it just, like I said, brings different benefits with it. So again, you need to get hold of something that they call a SCOBY. Now that stands for something, but I'm sorry, I can't remember what that is. And I forgot to mention the other day that another place that you can get hold of things like this is an online site called Ferment Monster, and that's where I got my SCOBY from. But again, if you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, you might be able to get a SCOBY from somebody in your local area that's a little bit easier. But otherwise, these guys do send them to you. So I got my SCOBY in the mail, and what you do with your SCOBY is that you also boil up a litre's worth of water. And you also dissolve some sugar in it, but this time it's a third of a cup of sugar. And like I mentioned before, try to use things like Rapadura sugar or even some raw sugar rather than white sugar, because it's just a less refined sugar. And the end product, you don't end up getting much sugar at all, because again, it's the SCOBY that feeds on the sugar, so it will mostly be eaten up for you. So don't worry too much if you're like me and you avoid fructose. But yeah, just try and use a nicer source of sugar in the beginning. So you make that mixture up, but you also put some tea bags in it. So you can put up to 3 tea bags in it. So you can put 3 black tea bags in it, you can put 2 black tea bags and a green tea in it. The important thing to remember though is to not use flavoured teas. You can flavour your kombucha later on, but if you use flavoured teas, you have the potential for those teas to have some oils and things in them, and that will actually inhibit the success of your little ferment. So just try to stick to flat basic teas. So you just make that little mixture up and then set it aside in your kitchen for that to cool down, and then you have your little SCOBY that's come, well for me, came in its nice little packaging in its juices, shall we say. And I just popped my boiled water with the black tea and the sugar in it into a big glass jar, and then it's very, very important to make sure that that water is now at room temperature and not hot, because you'll ruin your SCOBY. And then you just gently place your SCOBY into your jar. Now, I got my jar out so that you could see, but you really can't see because it just looks like some murky, disgusting mess. But what happens is that after about 7 to 14 days, oh sorry, the lighting's really bad today, your original SCOBY will drop to the bottom of the liquid, and it will actually start to form another SCOBY on the top. So once you've formed another SCOBY on the top and your original SCOBY has dropped to the bottom, then your kombucha is ready to drink. So then you can do the similar process that I did with the kefir. So strain it out so that you can reserve your SCOBY, and you can keep both of your SCOBYs, but you'll be using one SCOBY to start another mix. Just keep the SCOBYs in some of the juice that you've already got here. So then, yeah, start off your other mix the same way that you did your first process with your boiled water and your tea bags and sugar. But with the juice that you've got that's ready to go, you can also flavour that. So you can flavour that like I did with the other ones and use like lemon juice, lemon rind, ginger, turmeric root. You can put frozen fruit in it, so frozen raspberries and things. With the fruit though, I'd probably put it in for a few days to flavour and then just pull the fruit out if you can. Otherwise, sometimes it tends to go a bit funky. You can put passion fruit in it, anything that really takes your fancy. And just pop that in. Sometimes it's easier to use the big glass bottles that have the flip top lids on them, but leave the flip top off this time. So with the kefir, you can do that with the sealed lid. With the kombucha, just leave your bottle still undone in the cupboard for a little while until you really get some flavours in there, and stick it in the fridge. So the thing to remember with all of these things, the kefir usually takes about 3 days. Kombucha, like I said, you just got to wait until your little SCOBY drops to the bottom. But you don't want to leave any of them for for much longer than that, because if you do, you're going to be starving your grains or your SCOBY, and it's also going to taste more and more vinegary, which is then going to be not so nice and not worth the effort. So that's just something worth keeping in mind. But it's definitely worth trying out some of these things or all of these things to really get some really good gut bacteria into your belly. So give it a bash. I've really only seen benefits from it so far. No gastro whatsoever. So yeah, just give it a bash and take courage from me. And I just wish that you all have a sunshiny, beautiful day today. Please share this video if you think that anyone would benefit from it, or that there might be something that they might want to join in and recap our last few days for our 30-day challenge. And please check out my website if you think that health coaching is something that might resonate with you and that you might benefit from having a health coach in your life. And please like this video for me as well. That would be great, and I am surely grateful. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.